Today I'm going to talk about something that, for the first time in my career, I've genuinely been scared to talk about. This video today could have immense repercussions for me. I could lose a lot just by making this video, but after what's happened on Twitter, things that I found out a few months ago, and finally actually having the balls to talk about this, I just felt like I had to get this off my chest because it has, for the last 2 years, been eating away at me. Now, I know a lot of people are going to come into this video already fans of Deji, already fans of KSI, and not liking me. I know I've segregated that part of the UK with my fan base, and that's fine. I completely understand that. There's not much I can really do about that. However, all I do ask, if you're watching this video, is please watch until the end and then make your mind up. Try to put yourself in my shoes, I guess. I know it's hard when you love a content creator and they do something that, is fucked up, to condemn them, but this is probably one of the most fucked things that has ever happened to me, and in all my time covering YouTube, I really don't think anything like this has ever happened. If you don't know, in 2020 I was made to shut up, basically gagged by Deji and his family, excluding KSI, which, as you guys know, are one of the most influential families in the UK, and for sure one of the wealthiest. If you don't know, I'll give you some backstory.
I can't imagine that you did research on a story and you did your story was correct, and then you're forced to not talk about it. Like, forced, as in you will get in trouble if you speak about it again. I can't imagine that feeling. And it's basically because the court system over there, when it comes to slander and shit, is way different than the way we do it here. Way different.
In 2020, Deji got accused of buying subscribers by Freeway Social, a subscriber botting website. This was after Deji had a really suspicious spike in subs that no one could explain, as no viewer activity went up and nothing happened.
Yeah, because he did this stupid ass video with his fake ass coughing saying that he had COVID. And then the next video, he was running around in a hazmat suit. But, go off.
That would explain why Deji suddenly gained enough subscribers to hit, miraculously, 10 million subs. They showed PayPal receipts, emails, everything to do with this account having allegedly bought subscribers. So being a commentary YouTuber, I did my own research and looked into this topic myself. And, the evidence that I found that this linked back to Deji was, overwhelming, to put it bluntly. So in the Freeway Social video, Freeway Social show PayPal receipt buying subscribers from Olajide Olatunji, which, if you don't know, is Deji's dad. The email used on the receipt to purchase these subscribers was property22@btinternet.com. Yep. And as you can see, they provided a link to Deji's channel. So that property22@btinternet.com, you might think, what is that email? How do you know that could be linked back to Deji or Deji's family? Well, first of all, some users on Twitter went on BT Internet and they found that the recovery email linked to this email was what we can only assume is yinka@comedyshortsgamer.com. I also verified that @comedyshortsgamer.com is a domain that Deji and his family used for an old tweet where Deji said, "Email me your portfolio at deji@comedyshortsgamer.com. But what is...
It's like all the shit added together. It was obvious. It was obvious at that point when all the shit was put together.
Property 22. Well, Property 22 is a property that Deji himself is a landlord of. He owns. You can find this publicly. It's public record. Protected Shield Limited. You see that Deji, Daniel Oladeji Olatunji, is a director, and they own, in the brief description, address with number 22 on it. I also typed in the email into Skype, and on Skype, Deji's dad's Skype account came up just from typing in that email. Olajide Olatunji comes up if you type in property22@btinternet.com. Another user on Twitter also found out that the PayPal email Freeway Social themselves exposed, property22@btinternet.com, was linked to yinka@comedyshortsgamer.com. So as you can see with what I've shown you, and this is, very surface level because I'm trying to summarize it for people who don't know, I linked, the emails and everything all linked back to Deji/Deji's parents. This is when, shit really hit the fan.
Nick said something, in his live stream last night. I think it was in his live stream. He said it somewhere that, honestly, if you're a commentator, maybe doing it and being in the UK might not be it for you. Because of how Kavos got fucked up in the game. Yeah, you can get owned and on slander and libel quick in the UK, yes.
I made these 3 videos showing all this evidence, showing all this stuff, and I was served with letters from Deji's legal team telling me I was lying, I was slandering him, that, you know, this just wasn't true at all. There's no way there was any artificial growth. So I had to hire lawyers of my own, which at the time I could barely afford, because I had to defend myself. I mean, no matter the accusation, I've not seen so much evidence pointing towards one thing than what I had for my videos on Deji. So now me and Deji are locking horns legally. I knew from the start it was just him getting me to shut the fuck up. Deji is the brother to KSI, you know, one of the biggest names in the whole of the UK. Had unlimited resources. It was a game of chicken that he knew I couldn't afford to win or even play, really. And he threw money at lawyers to shut me up because it was chump change. I couldn't believe that I was being silenced like this. I mean, if you're Deji, all you have to do is either make a video response showing your analytics. There's a page in the analytics where you can actually see where you've gained your subscribers from, what video, how many. That could have refuted everything if I really was lying. Now, that's usually the way on YouTube. I don't remember YouTubers suing each other or gagging other YouTubers.
Yeah, it's sad. And here's another thing too. Kavos wasn't the only person that reported on that. From what it looks like, and from what I'm seeing, he was the only one in the UK who was reporting on it. They didn't sue Keemstar. Keemstar talked about it. They only went after Kavos. Kavos is the one in the UK. 1 + 1 = 2. This is ridiculous.
Legally, because they found something out about you. So in Deji's letter, his legal team demanded a public apology from me, word for word, that I would say. This is what they tried to make me say. I absolutely refused it. Publish a video on your YouTube channel containing an apology, correction read out by you, and a link on your Twitter account to that YouTube video. This video must remain accessible on your channel for a period of at least 1 calendar year. The video must solely consist of you reading the following statement. I recently posted a series of videos about Deji in which I accused him of buying YouTube subscribers, faking having COVID-19 and lying. I accept that these allegations against Deji are entirely baseless and I wish to withdraw them. To be clear, I have no concrete evidence that Deji bought YouTube subscribers. I merely repeated allegations made by others and accepted the supposed evidence at face value. I accept that Deji hasn't done anything wrong. I apologize unreservedly to Deji for the damage and distress caused by these allegations. They're trying to make me apologize for distress when, in fact, me and my family are being caused the most stress by Deji throwing his weight and money around, just trying to gag me. You can also tell how much they're trying to take advantage of this situation. There was an actual clause in the contract that they tried to get me to sign that would have made me never able to speak about Deji ever again. Provide an undertaking to this confirming that he will not A, republish allegations or publish the same or colorably similar allegations in any form, or B, refer to our client in future in his videos, tweets, or other social media posts. So you can see the silencing and how they're trying to just stop me from just saying.
Yeah, they're telling him to shut the hell up. They're literally told him to shut the hell up. Imagine the punishment would be Constable wagging his finger while politely requesting him to be more civilized.
Anything. And like I said, it really was just a financial game of chicken for me and Deji, one that I was never ever gonna win. I was extremely outmatched, and as much as I wanted to defend myself, my lawyers told me that if I wanted to defend myself in court, it would cost minimum £250,000.
Holy shit, it's likely to be very expensive. I have previously advised you that the cost of the libel claim, which goes all the way to trial, are rarely lower than £250,000 plus VAT on the either side. And we expect that if this matter did proceed to trial, it would be much more than that. If Pierce sought to defend the case and lost, he could expect to be ordered to pay Deji's reasonable legal costs in addition to his own. Holy shit.
So this was over 2 years ago. Why am I talking about it now? One, to clear my name. It's something that has stained my reputation. No matter what you think about me personally, I'm someone who, you know, his channel runs on people trusting what I say and integrity. Deji doing this has tarnished it so much. The amount of times I get people telling me I've slandered or I've done things in the past that have got me in massive trouble, when in reality, the situation was I couldn't go up against Deji and his family. And two, you know, earlier in the video, I explained to you, you know, all the evidence and how it linked to the dad's Skype, mum and dad's email address, the property 22@btinternet.com. Well, to my complete shock, this year, I finally got some level of truth to the whole thing. And it came as the biggest shock in my life, I promise you now, when Dunya, Deji's ex-girlfriend, now, if she came to me saying something crazy that had no proof or evidence, I wouldn't believe her. I don't trust her. Me and her don't like each other. If you know that, if you know our history, she's made videos on me. We have tweeted each other horrible things, gone at each other. So when she hit me up to tell me the truth about everything that happened behind the scenes, it all just clicked into place. Everything added up, and it just seemed like everything I feared basically came true. Here's the DMs that I got sent by...
I was about to say, I remember when, I think it was Nick that dropped the DMs. I was like, oh, shit. That shit was just crazy.
Deji's ex-girlfriend, who was his girlfriend at the time, this all went down. Definitely saw it all happen. Even if you don't believe what she says, and it adds up, and this came out of nowhere for me, you know, what I've already shown still remains anyway. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Deji knew nothing about it. That was never lied. Deji had nothing to do with it because it was done by his parents behind his back. His dad did it because Deji was going through a hard time and he wanted his son to cheer up. And Deji wanted to protect his dad, so he tried to hush you. That was Deji and his parents' choice, the lawyer thing. So when this whole thing became big, and you covered it together with Keem, that's when his dad told everyone he bought the sub. I said, Deji and his parents owe me an apology and $10,000. This is more fucked up than I could have imagined. Yeah, I mean, they knew you didn't have the money to fight, and instead of a dad admitting it and coming clean, he sues me. He was embarrassed as fuck. It cost me $10,000, which at the time I really needed. I mean, just reading them DMs just pisses me off. What she's saying is that Deji's parents, you know, the ones who the emails all link back to, the Skype account links back to, everything that, you know, we've shown, and it completely connects, bought subs behind Deji's back to make him happy again because apparently he seemed upset. When everything blew up, Deji's dad admitted to it, to Deji and to the family, and instead of coming out, instead of admitting it, instead of saying you're wrong, instead of actually doing, you know, the honest thing, they decide, let's just actually shut up Kavos, let's throw money at lawyers, let's fucking cause him so much grief and stress over...
So it was true. But now we have to go in protecting the dad because he confessed to actually buying those subs. So now we need to get Kavos to shut up. When Kavos was correct the whole time. Kavos got silenced and 10,000 pounds lighter. $10,000, you know, UK pounds, lighter because Deji's dad bought him subs. Yes, hashtag Deji pay Kavos, 100%. This is ridiculous.
But our mistake, because he found things out that were right. Because they were too embarrassed to admit they were wrong. Too embarrassed to just hold their hands up. What kind of people do that? No matter what it is. I understand, Deji. I understand your family that doing that to a channel, yeah, can result in deletion of a channel. However, I think people, and I think even YouTube, people understand that your parents did it to cheer you up and out of love. Okay, it wasn't the right thing to do. Your parents might be naive about YouTube and how that actually can affect the channel. But if you came out and said it while all of that was going on and just admitted the truth. When I received them DMs, I got them in May, out of nowhere as well, by the way. It wasn't planned. Dunya as well. All her faults, and I don't like the girl. People try to say when these DMs got released that she did it for clout. Man, I've been sitting on these DMs for months. If it was going to be for clout, should have made a video about it or a public tweet. And no matter what your opinion of me is personally, I mean, the behavior of being wrong like that, messing up, being embarrassed, and choosing to silence a smaller creator through the legal system, and because UK libel laws are so fucked that they can abuse it to try and silence a creator.
That's exactly what they did. They abused the libel laws in the UK to shut him up. Because I'm telling you now, Deji would not have won here in the United States. Deji would not have won. But because the way they have it over there, Deji would have won. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Made a mistake and to cause someone in their family grief and stress and financially burden them because you got something wrong and you're just too scared to admit it. I had to go through Deji's mum's Twitter, like, barely had to go through it because I know they had their own legal troubles to find them say things like, someone said, people will do anything for money. That's why we got to keep safe, especially for JJ and Deji, because people will find a way to make them look bad and sue. Deji's mum replied, it could happen to anyone, so it's good to tell your story. All right, well, I guess that's what I'm doing in this video then. Someone goes, why are people liars, man? Jesus. Deji's mum because they think they can get away with their lies. I guess that's why I'm making this video too, because you guys for 2 years now have gotten away with this massive, massive lie at the expense of me, my reputation, my mental well-being. This has eaten away at me for ages now, and financially. You don't understand how scared I am to even publish this video. One thing that no one ever knew about this, and it makes me believe doing it even more, KSI was actually really nice to me during this whole time. Through a mutual friend, he actually reached out. I never directly talked to him, but I exchanged messages through another friend. He asked to see the legal documents, what Deji said. He asked to, you know, go over them. I sent him them. He confirmed to my mutual friend that the emails was his mum's, that it actually was, and I was right. I was told he was going to support from the shadows, whatever that meant. I knew if it got down to it, you know, he's obviously going to take his family side. Even clips on his Reddit videos talking about his situation, you can tell, like, he isn't just backing Deji. He knows something was wrong.
Yeah.
This wasn't I didn't know what the fuck was going on with this. Bro. Yeah, it just.
But see, that puts KSI in a pickle too, because it was his dad. It was his dad that did it. This is some shit. This is some shit.
Yeah.
Even after KSI already got the legal stuff, he didn't really reach back out to my friend or me. Didn't really talk about it too much. So the reason I also believe what Dunya said to be true, and that Deji's dad, you know, came forth and told everyone, probably including JJ, he probably also didn't want his dad to be embarrassed or upset. So I'm assuming that, you know, he found out and then backed off, basically. I know he knows about the situation. I know he's aware of it. And if anyone can get through to his family and to Deji, it's him. But now I don't know what's going to happen. This has been on my chest for, you know, over 2 years now. If you knew me, I would have wanted to defend everything until the end. But what is someone like me going to do against, you know, the most influential family in the UK, like Deji's family? And, you know, there's not a lot, you know. I think I'm just past giving fucks about it now. You know, whatever's going to happen from this video happens. Deji, I don't know what you're going to do after this, man. I don't know if you're going to come try ruin my life even more. Since this all came to light, people have been like tweeting Deji to pay me back my $10,000 that, you know, he cost me. Deji, why don't you just donate that 10 grand to a charity of your choice? So then some good can come of the situation, and you know, we can all move on. If you got here, I really appreciate.
Kavos is better than me, because I'd be like, I want my 10 fucking K back. Kavos is better than me. Just saying.
You watching everything. This video is something that you have to watch all the way through. I would appreciate any support, any likes, comments. Helps the algorithm, helps me out. You guys, I know a lot of you have had my back through all of this, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go back to making regular videos after this, and you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.
Damn.